Russian Uragan mlrs crews of the Vostok Group unleashed a psychological barrage over Gulyaypole, firing rockets packed not with explosives, but with messages. When the shells burst above Ukrainian trenches, thousands of leaflets fell like snow. The papers carried a blunt warning in red letters. Think. Gulyaypole is under Russian fire control. Any attempt to fight is pointless. Only death awaits you. For exhausted AFU soldiers dug in on the collapsing line. This was not propaganda. It was a battlefield reality fluttering down from the sky. The rockets carried no shrapnel, only cold instructions. You have only one chance to survive. Lay down your arms or leave your positions. Another leaflet read, "Your family needs you alive and unharmed." This is psychological warfare, calibrated for a front that is already buckling. Moscow's message is simple. The line is collapsing, the encirclement is coming, and those who stay behind will not leave alive. One leaflet features a map, stamped Gulyaypole is blocked, with arrows showing Russian pincers locking in. Another reads, "Run while you still can." This wasn't random timing. As Zelensky tours foreign capitals, pleading for support, Russian assault groups are pushing forward on the ground. The Vostok Group synced the leaflet strike exactly with their advance. A psychological blow landing seconds before the next wave of infantry. Kiev's troops in Gulyaypole now find themselves exposed, isolated, and running out of space. Russian forces have seized settlement after settlement. Yablukov, Rivnopilia, Zelensky High, Vostok, zaporizhzhia, grinding through Ukrainian defensive belts. These alone account for nearly 40% of all Russian advances in November. Stacks of printed leaflets recovered from the launch sites hammer the same message. AFU soldier, run or surrender. If you stay in the city, you will die. The Russian approach route to Gulyaypole has now shrunk to just 4 to 6 kilometers.
As for the eastern groups, I know the pace at which your troops are moving in this direction. They have approached the city of Gulyaypole. Of course, I would like to get information about the situation in the area of Gulyaypole, and, most importantly, what do you think you are proposing to do in the zone of your responsibility in order to solve the tasks presented to your groups in the most effective way? The Chief of the General Staff at the previous meeting reported on the results of the tasks in all directions, including in this direction.
Even Ukrainian sources now admit an uncoordinated retreat opened a dangerous gap on their flank. Russian troops slammed directly into this breach. Kyiv rushed in reserves to prevent a full encirclement, but the line remains shaky. This is exactly what the leaflets warned. Your death in a city that will be surrendered anyway is meaningless. For the Ukrainian units trying to plug holes, those words now echo like a battlefield prediction. From the north, northeast, and east, Russian units are pushing simultaneously, advancing from Dobropilia, Vavarivka, Solodka, Rybna, zaporizhzhia, and Vesele. The goal is classic. Form a pincer, close the boiler, trap the entire Ukrainian garrison inside Gulyaypole. This is the operational backdrop behind the leadership's winter preparations.
The commanders of the troops groups will discuss in more detail the situation in the zone of your responsibility. In addition, as part of today's event, we will consider the tasks posed to the troops of the United Group and will discuss the most relevant issues of the troops' security. Let us not forget that the winter period is approaching, and we should bear this in mind.
Gulyaypole is more than a dot on the map. It is a logistics artery between Pokrovsk and Zaporizhzhia. If Russia completes the encirclement, Ukraine's entire defensive layout across this axis collapses. The leaflets captured the stakes clearly. Surrender now, or die in a city that cannot be held. Kyiv knows this, Moscow knows this, and the battlefield is now tilting decisively in Russia's favor.